You're listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast series that syndicates for the A-List Online, and my name is Andrew Mackay-Smith. The interview subject that I have coming up for you, it's Laura Guldemond, and she's the singer in Swiss-based outfit Burning Witches. Now, the reason for the chat with Laura is to promote the band's 2020 release. It's called Dance with the Devil, and it'll be out via Nuclear Blast on the 6th of March. So let's hear all about it. Here she is, Laura from the band Burning Witches. Hey, Laura.
Morning. Oh no, not morning for you.
No, that's all right. Yeah, it's 6:01 p.m. here, and it's still bloody 30 degrees Celsius. Because we just live in a part of the world where it's always bloody hot, but that's life.
Yeah.
What's the weather like there where you are? Is it probably cold? I suppose. Is it?
Yeah. This year, the winter is not that cold, to be honest. Normally it would freeze, but it almost didn't. So.
Okay.
But I since a year I'm living now in the south of the Netherlands, so that also helps. So it's not too bad, but no, yeah, of course it's still like, 10 degrees or something. But
yeah, okay, that's not too bad, I suppose, is it? Yeah.
It's really, really crazy soft for winter.
Yeah, 10 degrees is your equivalent of our 30 degrees, isn't it? You know what I mean, in terms of that's considered warm weather. And for us, it has to go above 40 degrees before we start saying it's hot.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey.
If it's 40, then we are like, oh my God, the world is going to die from climate change. That's at least what goes on in my head. But yeah.
Oh, that's what the media talk about at the moment. Young Greta out there doing her thing, talking it all up. But look,
Yeah.
we are but a small cog in a part of the music industry, So all these things, So
Okay.
how have you found the interviews with the Australian media contingent?
I'm sorry?
How have you found the interviews? So you've been doing interviews with Australians?
Oh yeah. It's I'm enjoying the accent. Yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah. We have a unique accent. Only here. It only comes from here. But you get that.
Yeah.
But look, I've got to say, I enjoyed Wings of Steel. That was, I think, your first effort with the band Burning Witches. And Dance with the Devil is a very accomplished album, it must be said. And you've come on board and you've replaced Sarah. And as I said, the Wings of Steel EP really showcased your extraordinary vocal talents. And now this new album, you've got this all to yourself, Dance with the Devil. And I think musically it picks up where Hex and Hammer from 2018 left off. And I think Sarah did a great job there, but I also think your vocal contribution on this new album here gives the band just a little bit more urgency and makes the band sound a little bit dangerous. So how do you feel?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel, and I think you're a very good live performer too, from what I've seen on YouTube.
Nice.
So
Okay, thanks.
yeah, no worries. And what can you tell us about the album? I mean, you're obviously very proud of it.
I'm really, surprised at how well and how fast we could, write it, because I worked with the planning before, you know what I mean. But this, I don't know. It all went so fast, because I entered the band, had to learn all the new songs, write a new song. Then we did lots of gigs, and then finally, when everything was a bit chill, then we started to write the album. So they kept me off the street, So it was lots of fun. It's Romana just writes the songs, and she got a really good feeling of how the songs should be arranged, also in terms of the structure, where the vocals should start, and maybe be, maybe not be, but it was really nice to work with that, because for me it was pretty easy to just write the songs. There was maybe one song where I was like, oh, I don't know what I should do here, but the rest, actually that one turned out as a great song in the end too, but it just took a bit longer for me to write, but seriously the rest was just so easy to Yeah, to write. I mean,
Sweet.
it all came kind of natural, and I just recorded it at home, and I sent it back and forth a bit with yeah, especially Romana, also a bit the rest of the band, and yeah, asked for a bit of feedback, and most of the time it was pretty easy. It was like, oh yeah, maybe just only this little thingy different, and yeah, that was it. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and look, the other unique thing about Burning Witches is you have a real multinational flavour there. So, Lala, who I've spoken to beforehand, comes from the Philippines. You're obviously from
Yeah.
Holland. I think some of the other
Mm-hmm.
ladies are from Germany. Correct me if I'm wrong, but certainly the band is
Yes,
based in.
Romana. Yeah.
Yeah, the band is based in Switzerland. So you're really bringing it
Mm-hmm.
from that perspective. So when you're all communicating with each other because you all speak different languages at home, do you speak English to each other in the band setup, or can you tell me about how that works?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, most of the times, it's okay. Sometimes you have to think a bit harder about the words because it's so difficult sometimes because it's not, your native language. But yeah, it's okay. For me, it's okay anyway. For Lala too, for Sonia too. Yeah, I think Jay and Romana sometimes, in interviews, they don't like it when they don't find the right words because then they are like,
Oh yeah.
So, but that's it, and for the rest, it's. But they can do the German interviews. I can't speak German, So.
I
But
can't either.
and now actually I can understand a bit of German because it sounds a lot, or a lot of words are the same as in the Netherlands, but
Oh, okay.
they speak Swiss German, and it's a really really weird accent and a lot of different words, and yeah, I'm lost there, so that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
So, could you tell me about the process for getting the gig in the band and succeeding from Sarah? How did that work out?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they kind of really picked me out from the singers they had, and they were kind of sure they wanted me already. I think, because I did the audition, and I told them I'm really sorry, but my voice isn't really up to speed. Normally, I could sing better. I was really lucky, of course, that I had a lot of material online already.
Yep.
But yeah, if someone would come to my band, I needed a singer, then yeah, I wouldn't really been happy with that audition, vocal wise. So yeah, they really trusted me to get up to speed soon. And they basically really preferred me because I really liked the 80s metal. I was,
Sure.
doing so much with metal. Sonia knew me. We were both from the Netherlands, so, at least for Sonia that would be nice. For me also traveling with her. And I even already had the clothes at the ready that they would, would need for photo shoots. I kind of like the style of the 80s,
Yeah.
So that was easy for them to choose me eventually.
I bet. Oh, yeah, I can imagine it would have been easy because one of the key things is certainly you can sing, but your stage presence and your performance is really something special. Now, I think if they saw your on-stage performances and thought, this is the lady we need to front the band, I can completely understand that, even if you didn't feel, obviously, that the audition went that well, because when you're playing heavy metal, the front person is the centre of the entire thing. You're in the eye of the tornado, so to speak, to quote the Megadeth song. And and you do a great job there. And I've got to ask this because I know it got brought up quite a lot online on some of the YouTube videos, but you've got a Harley Quinn vibe going on, and obviously that's not intentional because you can't help how you look, but is that something that you've read as well, that a lot of people have said you like Harley Quinn?
A lot of people, yes. Every time there's a movie out with Robbie, how's she called? Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Every time there's a movie out, they're like, "Oh, you look a little bit like Margot Robbie," and yeah, it's because of the light hair, of course, and the light eyes and the light skin. And I also have, if I smile, I mean, I smile a bit less than her. She's like, in the movies at least, she's doing that all the time. But, and then people say I smile a lot, but yeah, I don't know. We also have a white mouth, So
Yes.
yeah, makes sense.
Nice teeth. You both got
Yeah,
really
and our
nice
eyebrows.
teeth.
Yeah, I see totally. I could be your sister almost. Yeah, I see a lot of the
The
how do you say that?
similarities. Yeah.
Similarities. Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and look, and I noticed everybody certainly that I read that was commenting on it was very supportive of that too, and I think it's great because, I mean, it's she's a megastar at the moment, and you're up there doing your thing, and I think anything that can help lure people into heavy metal, in my view, is a really good thing. And I think you being up there and with your look and your very obvious charisma, that's just going to draw a lot of people into your music.
All right. Yeah. Thanks. I'm working on it. To be honest, I don't think I'm there yet. I want it to be better. But to be honest, I'm very critical about that. In the beginning, when I started singing years ago, I was very shy, and I'm getting there. I'm happy that you like it already.
Yeah. Oh, you're definitely there. Yeah. But that's the thing about being. No doubt, you're a perfectionist. I think I'm getting that vibe, and a perfectionist is never quite happy. But from the fans' perspective, I think the change from Sarah to yourself has probably been very welcome, and that doesn't always happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, more often than not, bands change vocalists, and fans are clamouring for the old vocalist because that's what they're used to. But I think in this case here, because Burning Witches still isn't really as well known as it could be, it gives the band a new platform and an opportunity to, say, go to the United States and Australia and the English-speaking markets and be really successful there. And that's what I think your gift to the band will be. I think you guys will now you got the potential to become very successful in Western markets.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. I hope. I think. A lot of people. I hear a lot of people that really would like to see us. But yeah, we have to wait for the right opportunity, basically. We would love to go there. Yes.
Hey, you worked with, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you worked with Schmier from Destruction again on the production side of things. And I've had a couple of chats to Schmier, and I know he's a fantastic human being, great bloke, and wonderful musician, and just really dedicated to bringing heavy metal to the people. So, and it was obviously, was it your first time meeting him and working with him as well? And can you talk about what it was like working with him?
Yeah, it's the first time meeting him. Did you say that?
Yeah. Was it your first time meeting him when you were in the band?
Yeah, well, it was actually at the end of my audition. I'm really happy I didn't see him at the beginning of my audition, simply because, on the phone, I only spoke him on the phone beforehand. I didn't really see him, up close before, but he's a really, really nice guy. On the phone, you totally think, oh my God, this is the nicest guy ever.
Totally.
But then you see him in real life, and he looks so impressive.
I know
because he has all the tattoos. His skin is a little bit red. He looks a bit angry naturally already, He's a very big guy. It's he's a bit, leaves an impression anyway.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, so I met him and I was like, whoa, are you kidding me? Shit. Oh, scary.
That's cool. Yeah, it's like that.
Because I have an audition. I want to feel relaxed, not impressed by a really big, scary guy. Anyway, but it was good, Yeah. It's a nice guy. He really has indeed a lot of heart for everything, and yeah.
Did he give you any advice on the vocal front, given he's a vocalist as well?
Yeah. Yeah, he said just try to, let me think, because Damir was also helping with me with the vocals a bit. Mm-hmm. So he actually, I don't really remember what Smear said and what Damir said. So
okay.
Let me think. No, I forgot. But anyway, they basically, because I was used to using a little less distortion, I mean, I could do the Judas Priest vocals, the Judas Priest distortion. That's the thing that I could do very easily. But I wanted to also give a bit of the same vibe as Savannah has, this really relaxed distortion. I was just not really used to. I wasn't really used to using that a lot. So I had to really slowly build that up while recovering my voice, because like I said during the audition, my voice was shit. because I didn't sing a lot during that time. I went out a lot with friends that smoked, and we drank, and there was loud music, so we had to shout, stuff like that. So it wasn't really, a good position to go, from that to an audition. But luckily, before the gig, everything was all right again.
Yep.
And I gradually, recovered my voice, and I was able to add more distortion also that I wanted in places that I would usually be, used to doing this more clean,
Sure.
So I had to, be focused to keep the aggressiveness in there, because I just was used to, more symphonic metal at that moment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's an interesting point. You're more used to the symphonic metal side of things because you are a vocal coach, I've noticed on your Facebook page. And so how do you fit everything in between, the busy schedule with the band and then also teaching people how to sing?
Yeah, it's actually, for me, it's at the moment, I guess I've been a bit lucky with my life choices lately. I got really good at sales, so I do door-to-door sales.
Oh wow! Okay.
And I can do that in between. Yeah, I can do it in between 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. Oh no, 9 o'clock at night. So I have like 12 hours a day that I can choose when I want to work. So I got pretty good at that. So that's my main income, and then I just advertise what I'm doing, and everyone that is motivated can contact me. So I'm not doing too much trouble there, to be honest, but I do have a few students that are motivated to learn stuff, and I really, to be honest, for me that's also, the best. If I have to teach someone that isn't motivated, I'm feeling depressed.
Yeah, it's very tough. I know exactly what you're saying there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, this is a really good thing. So yeah, if you wanna, if you wanna do screams or clean vocals, I can help with everything unless you want it very specialized, opera, for example.
Yeah, sure.
Because there are kind of rules they use, because there are, the styles. I don't know the styles, and that's why I wouldn't want to teach anyone opera. But of course, I can do the, the beginnings of that too, and yeah. So I also give Skype lessons if anyone reads this.
Sweet.
If anyone wants my vocal classes.
Well, I'm sure they will as Burning Witches gets more popular.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they will. They're nice. They're nice people. That it's so much fun, because for me it's the most fun to teach people the things that I get most enthusiastic from. So being in a band like this is great for me, because the people that like these styles find me actually, and it gets more fun for me to do the vocal coaching.
Let me ask you.
Because at some point I was teaching some kids that were fucking horrible. I didn't want to do that. I don't have anything against kids, but please be motivated and not just go there because.
Yeah. Well, the kids' parents force them to do things.
Waste my time, basically.
Yeah. Kids' parents force them to do things that they don't want to do, because they've got dreams and aspirations. They're trying to live through their own children. And, kids want to play PlayStation and watch YouTube and do things like that, It takes a really special kid, I think.
I basically always ask them, please pick something that you want to do. But, I was teaching at a pop school before, and that got me depressed. But now I'm just working for myself with everything I do, and that really helps. Also with the schedules, because I can work whenever I want. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Hey, I better make this my last question, because I know you've got some other interviews coming through. Or have you got another interview coming through after me?
Afternoon? What do you mean?
Is there another interview? John tells me I've got 20 minutes to have the conversation, but if we've got more time, I've got more questions to ask.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think actually I will look into the schedule. I think we have 10 more minutes, but I'm not sure, so let me check.
You're right.
You're Andy, right?
That's me. Yep.
No, always.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you got more time. Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay, sweet.
And you
Yeah,
have until 10, but please make it not until 10, but yes, you have until 10.
no worries. Okay, all right. So did you mentioned there that you had a door-to-door sales job? Okay, so do you,
Yeah.
is your intention to move out of doing that and to play music as the career? Is that, or do you always see it playing heavy metal that
Yeah.
you'll need a
Yes.
supplementary career?
No, I definitely would like to be able to live from music. If if that kept me off the street enough,
Yeah.
then yes.
Yeah.
So I'm also thinking of, maybe in the future, because I'm enjoying a little bit of the free time too, because now I only have to work and do interviews. So basically, I have a lot of time off, and I'm enjoying that. So I now have a hobby where I am breeding with geckos, and I'm not really sure how much money that will get me, but I can sell the babies, of course. So I'm having fun with animals, basically. But I was
Geckos,
already like after 1 month of, because it's almost a month from the last gig now, I think, or maybe 5 weeks, and now I'm like, oh my god, I want to get on stage again. Fuck my life, I have to, So. I was actually also in the future. I definitely, because now I'm settled into this band, it's easier. In the future, I want to release maybe some music that will be, modern metal with film score music a little bit, but
Nice.
just not really the classical symphonic stuff, but more like, science fiction, tension, full music or something like that. I think that would be fun. And then just to fill up the gaps that I'm not doing, anything with Burning Witches, and to be able to live fully from music would be really cool if that could work. Yeah.
That's the dream, isn't it? Right there. Give everything else up and just focus on music.
Yeah,
your true passion.
Yeah. For example, also the Illstorm guy does that, right? He had, of course, the Illstorm, and then Gloryhammer, and now he has Christopher Bowes and his plates of beans or something like that. Anyway, yeah, he is busy, and I see myself in the end. I see myself doing something like that, but now it was just settling in a lot, because I also moved to Eindhoven. Then I was actually about to find a serious day job for 40 hours, because I was like, well, I don't know, maybe it's not going to happen anymore. And then I got lucky with them needing a new singer, and I stayed into the flexible stuff. So and I just moved, and I just divorced, and there was too much happening in my life really, and now it's settled down.
Oh, you were
so now
married before. You were married.
Oh yeah, 10 years. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm married 10 years tomorrow.
So for me, it was a big change. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my 10-year wedding anniversary on tomorrow. So I'm married.
Oh, nice.
I'm married 10 years myself.
You made it.
Yeah, that's literally between you and I. That's what I wrote in the card. Despite our best efforts not to, we actually made it.
Yeah.
But that happens. That happens. But that's sad, a divorce. But at least it's opened up new opportunities for you, and a new way of looking at life.
Yeah.
And geckos. There's heaps of geckos in Australia, by the way. We get. To be honest, they're a real problem here. There's too many of them.
Really?
Yeah, way too many. They're only about the size of your hand, but they're everywhere. Where I'm from.
Yeah, they're on the walls and stuff.
Yes, they're on
But they eat all the bugs, right? So you should be happy not to be bitten by venomous spiders anymore.
Well, no, we
get
spiders. I like the spiders, to be honest. A lot of people don't. My kids hate them. I've got 2 daughters, and we get huntsman spiders, the big ones that are as big as your hand. And they're the ones that actually eat the insects. The problem with the geckos is that they, excuse my language, they shit everywhere. So you've got gecko shit on everything.
Yeah, okay, that smells. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I have leopard geckos, and they're not that bad, to be honest. But then they're also really, slow. So, they can run, but it's nice as a pet anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hey, what about, I'll make this my final question.
You hate them. I hear it.
I don't. I quite like them. The kids love them, but look, whenever I open up the barbecue, there's just like 10 in there.
You can just barbecue the geckos.
Yeah, and I've got to get them out, otherwise they stink when they're, the barbecue gets going, because they die in there too because they can't get out. So and we've got cane toads here too. We've got so many bloody animals here that are trying to get inside the house and bite people and stuff. But have you been to Australia before?
No. Yeah, I'm really curious.
You'd love it,
especially about all the spiders and the geckos and.
You'd fit right in. I mean, you Harley Quinn. What's her name? Margot Robbie's Australian. You look like Margot Robbie. You basically look like an Australian.
Oh yeah. No one will know I'm not from there. Yeah.
No, not until I'm back at uni these days, and there's a lot of students there from Europe, particularly from Holland, and they don't want to go home. They come here and they love the weather and they love the lifestyle, which is very laid back compared to Holland and Switzerland, of course. There's not that pressure.
Yeah. I the good thing is I live in the south of the Netherlands, and the south of the Netherlands is also laid back. But if you come from the middle, it's horrible, because you say hi to someone on the street and they just look at you like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And if you do it here, then people are, having a talk with you, really. So it's in the Netherlands itself, you have a lot of differences. And I think in the south, I really like it. I'm here in Eindhoven. It's people are chill, really.
Yeah,
but
Sydney's like that.
I think I would really like Australia. Yeah, then.
Yeah, Sydney and Melbourne are pretty difficult. Like, they're just typical big global cities with all of the big global city problems, like what Amsterdam's probably got, and Antwerp and places like that. But when you come, Brisbane and where I'm from is very laid back. I mean, we've got a lot of people from overseas living here. They come here for holidays and they don't leave. They don't want to leave. They get married to people and they stay. Because it's good lifestyle. Cool. It's what life should be, mate. We should just be relaxed and. But you're on a really good path. Yeah, you're on a really good path, and I'm really glad we had this conversation, because it, for me, I've done almost 500 of these interviews now, and it's so great talking to so many wonderful artists such as yourself, and being able to sort of give context to the music that you put out there, because we get to discover who you are as a person, and that's, I think, is really important. But look, good luck with everything. Congratulations on this outstanding album, and look, I know it'll be a success, and I just hope we see you guys down here in Australia sometime soon. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I really hope so.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much for the chat, and all the best with everything.
Yeah, thank you too.
No worries. All right. Bye. See ya. You've been listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast series that syndicates for the A-List Online, and my name is Andrew Mackay-Smith. That interview subject was Laura Guldemond from the Swiss-based outfit Burning Witches. Thanks for listening.